Hello, Amelia Hirschfield here. I'm an entrepreneur who has been working on making my life much, 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 much better by changing the inside, all the thoughts, all the feelings that I have, and then watching as the outer world changes as that follows. And now, as I've been doing it for so long and had quite success with that, now helping other people do the same thing, because it's really important as an entrepreneur, as someone who's making a difference, that your inner game is super strong so you can go and be resilient and not have yourself get in your own way as you're trying to up level, because stuff's going to happen, and how you deal with that and how much you let it affect you is going to impact so much of your life. So today today I get to talk to you guys about something that's very, very important that a lot of people can struggle with, and as they don't know how to handle and deal with this. And it might not happen all the time in your life. It might only happen a couple times. But if you know how to manage these, and you know how to how to kind of embrace the situation and know that you're not alone with that, it can help you so much. And that is when you've been wanting something for a long time, when you've been feeling like you have not, like you've been like, you want things, you're doing all this stuff, you're trying your best, and it's just not happening, and it's not happening, and it's not happening, and it's not happening. It can get quite frustrating. And the challenge is you go from like this wanting it to having it place in your mind, and you're like, I'll be fine when I start getting it. The problem is you don't automatically go from like having it or not having it to having it. You go from the process of like having it to opportunity starting to come in, or a person comes in, or a new situation comes in, or a new business partner comes in, or a new investor comes in, or the dream employee comes in, or more clients, or the dream manufacturer. So much like the thing comes into your life. And if you start thinking these thoughts of like, oh shit, I don't want to fuck this up, I don't trust myself in this situation, I've sabotaged it a ton in the past, I have had lots of experience with this before, and they've always gone wrong, and you can and I'm laughing because I've been here so many times. It can be quite frustrating, it can be quite scary, because you're like, you're not the same person as you were back then. So things are different now for you. And this is also a sign that things are changing. So you're starting, as you change, life will change around you. And it can be quite scary as you start to be like, things come to you that you've been wanting for a long time that you didn't feel like you could have, because then you start going like, oh shit, am I going to trust myself with this? Am I going to fuck this up? What do I do with this? How do I manage this? How do I hold on to this? How do I make it too important? Do I say the right thing? Oh shit, I said the wrong thing in that email, I shouldn't have said that, I'm overthinking, what about this? And then you can can feel quite chaotic in your mind when you are when you're in this space of like, the opportunity hasn't closed yet, so it hasn't happened, or it hasn't gone away yet. It's still in this kind of middle ground of like, I don't know what's going to be happening with this. So it can be quite nerve-wracking, it can be really scary, and it's really easy for those inner children to get triggered here, especially if they don't know really what you're going to do in this situation, and they don't trust those other parts of you that are more dominant and should be the ones kind of taking over in this. So it's easy to feel a lot of stress when this is going on. And it's just really important to remember that this is actually part of the process of going from not having to having. So if you're experiencing these thoughts, feelings, emotions, that's okay. And at the same time, there are ways that you can trust yourself and go like, look, like you can talk to your inner children, like you can say things to your inner children like, look, I hear that you really want this, I understand that you are excited about this opportunity, and it's okay to be nervous about the fact that we don't know what's going to happen, or things feel just a little off right now, and it's okay to be nervous, and I'll take care of this as best I can, and if it doesn't happen, we'll learn the lessons from this, and then we can move on. And it's really important to hear words like that, because it's like you're addressing what's going on within you and you're calming those parts of you down that are likely really struggling. And those are likely your inner children. And with the Myers-Briggs types, there's 16 Myers-Briggs types. There's 16 different combinations of the inner children. So I can't get real specific on this because it's not, I'm not making this in any particular Myers-Briggs type, but so if you can, that's kind of what I said is like a general way of talking about it. There are specific ways of talking to the different Myers-Briggs types children, inner children. And that takes, that is something I teach people how to do, because if you can understand when their voices are popping up and know what to say to the different parts of you, then it can soothe them and help them relax in ways that you haven't experienced before. So it's really powerful. It's really beautiful process, because you're also addressing yourself in new ways, and you're allowing yourself to feel heard and seen in new ways as well. And it's just a really beautiful process of calming yourself down, recognizing what's going on, and knowing that, look, this is an exciting opportunity. And if I'm noticing myself getting nervous and then actively talking to myself and calming those inner children down, then I can at least be more present and be more calm, rather than just being triggered and anxious and running around and hoping I don't fuck it up. Because it might happen, it might not happen. You might contribute to it, you might not contribute to it. Regardless of what's going to happen, you'll be okay, even if it's not the outcome that you want, as long as, especially if you keep learning from it. And that's totally something that's very important. So if you are like if you are over yourself sabotaging these situations and being really nervous and anxious about this and not knowing how to calm yourself down when good stuff comes your way and you're like, oh fuck, what do I do? How do I handle this? If you're like fucking over it, this is sabotaging my life is short, I've got shit I need to do, and this is not helping me. This is something I help clients with in their specific way, which is where the Myers-Briggs inner child parenting work comes into play. A beautiful combination of that. So if you want one-on-one help with me, which is the quickest, fastest way to get out of this, so you're not repeating the same stuff, my website's ameliaharshfield.com. There's a connect page. Fill that out, and I can help you pinpoint which of your inner children are triggered, what to say to them, and then also how to keep this from happening in the future. So the better you get at this, the more you practice with this, then it gets literally on the back burner. So you don't have to like actively think about it anymore, because it's a skill that you've developed, much like writing. You don't have to think about writing anymore, most likely, because you've done it so many times. This is the same thing. So, and I'm also going to post a link to my free inner children training. You have to have your email to sign up, but I'm not sending out weekly, monthly emails anymore. So you won't be contacted from me most likely, but it does take your email to get that. So I'll post that link below, and I will see you on the next video.